Today, as we go looking for another 5 top-rated beautiful locations in LotRO, we're starting off with something that's a little bit vintage for us that have played the game for a while. Good old Rivendell. And here we see it from the Misty mountain side. We're gonna take a short look, and then we head over to darker parts of Lord of the Rings. There is something about this part for me in the game when the darkness from Mordor starts stretching out and you know you get closer. And I remember the first time I came to this area and you see the red glow from Mordor in the distance. It was so epic, and I remember running up on this ridge right here and seeing the whole outline of Mordor. And feeling all the emotions from the books as the quest comes towards an end. The messenger that was sent from Gondor to King Theoden to ask for aid describes it like this. "It comes from Mordor, Lord," he said. "It began last night at sunset. From the hills in the eastfold of your realm, I saw it rise and creep across the sky. And all night as I rode, it came behind, eating up the stars. Now the great cloud hangs over all the land between here and the mountains of shadow, and it's deepening. War has already begun." Thousands of years earlier, when the last war had been waged with Mordor and Sauron had been defeated, Isildur refused to give up the ring. And when he moved north, he came by the Gladden Fields, where he was ambushed by orcs, and the ring was lost for a long, long time. But let's read a little text about these infamous fields. "But the ring was lost. It fell into the great river Anduin and vanished. For Isildur was marching north along the east banks of the river, and near the Gladden Fields he was waylaid by the orcs of the mountains, and almost all his folk were slain. He leaped into the waters, but the ring slipped from his finger as he swam, and then the orcs saw him and killed him with arrows." Speaking of Anduin the Great, right up below here, there is a great little point of view sticking out from a nice little place called Vegbár. We come up on this cliff as the night starts falling, and we get to watch a tremendous view. Once again, the designers of this game outdid themselves. Anduin the Great, the river where Isildur lost the ring, where Smeagol later found it, crawled into the Misty Mountains. The ring was found by Bilbo, taken by Frodo, down to Lothlorien, and then once again, they set out on this very same river, sailing south in the boats of Lothlorien. This river plays such a role in the whole story. It goes back and forth, weaving around this river. And once again, the game did it justice in such a great way. At this point, I sat down to ponder where I should go next. And suddenly I realized that I am at the foot of the Misty Mountains, and there are some pretty good views up there. So I get back on my feet, start heading into the mountains. When it comes to the Misty Mountains, the best thing to look at from the mountains is not necessarily the mountains. They look better from down in the Anduin Valley, for example, in my opinion. But it's really nice to look at the valleys that stretch out below it, and most of all, the green or turquoise starry skies that are up there. That's like one of the main Misty Mountain features, is the sky. And with that in mind, I wanted to head even higher. So I went up towards the Bitter Staircase and Hellegrod and climbed out on this peak right here. And when we look at the starry sky, there's one feature that stands out to me. The Sickle of the Valar. So I'm gonna read a little piece from Silmarillion that talks about the Sickle of the Valar, while we look at this beautiful night sky. In this place in the Silmarillion, Varda is creating the stars over Middle Earth, and she puts a bunch of stars in place that I'm not gonna attempt to name right now. And in the end, it says, "And high in the north, as a challenge to Melkor, she set the crown of 7 mighty stars to swing, Valakirka, the sickle of the Valar, and sign of doom." And on the sky in the game, you can see the sickle of the Valar as you peek up on the starry night sky from the Misty Mountains and many other places. And with that, I'm gonna leave you as we start descending the mountain towards where we started this video, back into Rivendell. I'm gonna have to ask you, what's your favorite views? What places can I go next to explore and to make new videos like this? And what parts of the book does it make you think of when you go those places? I would love to hear it. See you later.